Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to put on these wraps. I've got two methods that I tend to use. One is a little bit more quick and dirty for when you just want to rush to get to your workout and it feels very comfortable and still secure and safe. The other is a little bit more formal, involves a little bit more wrapping in the knuckles, which I tend not to like because when I close my hands, it feels a lot of pressure in here, so I prefer not to. So I'll show you how to turn and use these. Again, this is my preferred method. So I'll just open these up. So right at the end, the other end, you'll get the flap with the hook. You'll know that this is the back side or the top side. This is the bottom side. And this is the side that's going to rest against your hand facing downward. So I'm just going to take this hook, just like that. And again, I'm putting this face down against my hand, and I'm going to go outward. It's always outward. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go 3 times around the wrist, and I'm not going to be too light about it, and I'm not going to be too tight about it either. It's going to feel like just lighter than snug. So 1, 2, and 3. So 3 times, and if you'll notice that I gradually spread it out instead of on the same spot. You don't want to be all the pressure here, basically, and it's gonna actually hurt. So I would spread it out evenly. So just a little bit of spread. So 3 times, 3 times at the knuckles. What you have to do here though is you have to spread your fingers, put a lot of energy into keeping them out. And when you wrap the knuckles, you want to do it lightly. So you can see that I'm being a lot more light about how much pressure I'm putting here, because when I close my hands, is that you'll notice that it's going to squeeze and compress your knuckles, and that's going to hurt if you put it on too tight. So I'm just going to do this loosely, and I'm going to do it 3 times. So 3, 3. And from here, you're just going to go back to the bottom, and you're just going to go once around the wrist. So 1 time. And that now back to snug, whereas this was light on the pressure. And then here I'm going to go loose, and I'm going to go up and over on my thumb, and I'm going to come back on the same side. And then you're going to go around the wrist 1 time. So what I did was 3, 3, once around here, and then once around here, just to hook it in place. And then I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to go 3 times around the knuckles. Again, so 3 times, 2, 3, nice and loose. And then I'm going to go back down to the wrist. I'm going to do it 3 times. And you can see that I'm starting up here and gradually working my way down. 2 and 3. And from here is that I'm going to hook this mass around my, with this bit around here, I call the X pattern. So I'm just going to hook around and back on the same side. And then around the wrist to top it off. And that's pretty good. Second version. Same start. I have the flap facing down. 3 times. Snug. 2, 3. Then to the top. Again, I'm spreading my fingers here, putting pressure, or sorry, energy upward. I'm gonna do this loosely now. You can see I'm pretty relaxed on the tension there. I'm gonna do it 3 times. Then I'm gonna go back down to the wrist once. This is more snug on the pressure. Then I'm gonna go to the thumb, up and back down on the same side. once around the wrist. Back to the knuckles. I'm going to do this 3 times. 2 and 3. I'm going to go back down to the wrist. 2. But I'm going to leave it at 2 this time instead of 3. And what you're going to see here is the difference. See this on the inside palm, you've got all this mass here. When you close your hand, it actually prevents you from making a slightly tighter fist, because you got this mesh here, this thickness getting in the way of your fingers. So I'll show you how to hook this so that you get basically kind of like a crossbar that you can actually grab and close your fingers around the ramp. So from here, what you do is, just like before, you're just going to go to the top, around the finger, but now on the inside, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull it down and in underneath the mesh, and I'm just going to hook it straight up. So basically, we've got that. Now, got this crossbar, and I can close my hands a lot more comfortably, more natural, and you've got something that you can actually grab onto, which is really cool. And then you come back on the other side of the finger, and basically you just finish off on the wrist. So that's version 2.